Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for all coming out to the stream today. So, we are going to be running the 1977 Minnesota Twins and trying to get this team that went about 500 to a World Series title. But before we do that, there are a couple of things to talk about. The first one is the form, which you can fill out with exclamation point poll in the chat. This is going to decide what franchise we are going to play permanently starting 2 weeks from now on August 9th. Monday, August 9th will be the day that we start our regular stream rather than bouncing back and forth between different types of things. So, uh, yeah, we're actually going to be doing this team long term. I personally think you guys should go with not the historical, the fictional league. We already have somebody on the OOTP channel doing oh shoot, Extreme UV already, or UW rather, already figured it out. I renamed Rod Carew to John Carew to bother everybody, but it appears I've already been figured out, so that's not gonna go. Anyways, as for the form, you can vote for a 2021 live franchise, a historical franchise, or a fictional franchise. Again, I recommend a fictional franchise since we don't have one of those on the OOTP Developments channel right now. Yuka does the historical franchises, and TJ and Alex do the live franchises. So if we get the fictional, then we'll be able to mix in all three at different points in the week. Now, I'm still more than welcome, or more than happy, rather, to do a historical franchise or a live franchise. I'm inexperienced with historical franchises, so if you want to see me struggle a little bit, that's probably the route you want to go. I can give you unique insights, however, into live franchises and fictional franchises. So if you want to see me be more of an expert, those are the ways to go, especially live franchises. I definitely know plenty about those. I play them way too much. And yeah, Yuka's going to laugh at me tonight because I have played one historical franchise ever, excluding the one I did to practice for this one. It was like the 1946 Oakland A's or something. I did pretty well, but that was also OTP 21 and a while ago. So yeah. Oh, and Roman a day, you can change your vote. I'm pretty sure I had it enabled to. You can change your vote after. Yeah, you can edit your vote after you submit. So I'm not sure exactly how you do that, but you can go back and change your vote if you decide to not vote for what you originally did. So, anyways, that voting is going to be open until Sunday morning, or Saturday morning rather, when I will be submitting the new poll, which will go through until another Saturday. So it'll be a week-long voting period for the next poll to determine specifically what we're doing. Now, I might actually have that cut off before the stream Monday, and then on Monday we'll have a new poll, or at the end of the stream rather, up until when we do it on Monday, the August the 9th, rather. So it'll depend because historical, there's a lot of stuff to go through. So it's kind of more complicated with that. Fictional is easily the most simple in terms of if you select a fictional franchise, everything else is kind of random after that. So it's really just like one or two things that we're deciding for that. For live franchises, it's relatively simple since you only got one year to choose from. But for historical, there's a lot to choose from. So again, if we end up with the historical franchise pulling in front, that's going to kind of change our plans. Anyways, one other thing, if you are struggling with your teams, historical, fictional, live, or other, you can submit your team to Yuka and I. We have a link that Yuka will post in the chat. The stream is going to be Thursday, July 29th, and we are going to be selecting a couple of franchises and looking through them and improving them. So if you just got things that aren't working or you want to see uh, how we would build your team, possibly learn from that experience, then just again fill out the form and we will take a look at your team. And yeah, Dogberry, this is a really interesting offense. So as I was looking through this, I saw a lot of guys I really liked. I saw someone talking about Bostic, who is a really darn good hitter. I don't really like his defense in center field, but I have no problems using him in left, so that's a possibility. We've obviously got Mike Cubbage, a third baseman who's got a pretty good bat as well. I'm not too unhappy with him. We've got Larry Heil. I would consider that Ludwig the perfect team at some point, but for this one, it's franchise mode only, unless Yuka is open to it. And yes, Yuka did suggest the 1977 Twins. I looked at it, I thought it was a pretty cool team, and that's why we're doing it. We've, of course, got Rod Carew, aka John Carew. He won the MVP this year, another really good hitter overall. I think that we could definitely expect. I just realized that this is cutting things off my thing here. Let me fix that. Oh no. Okay. That will do for now. Alright, anyways, back to John Carew, Rod Carew, who is MVP this season. He had a really good year. We can expect that from him. I'm pretty much set on not trading him. Dan Ford, he's okay in right field. He's not a great hitter either. Likely trade bait. Butch Weiniger, actually not a bad catcher. I looked at the catching and I'm not too thrilled with the options, but we're still going to try to get an upgrade. He's a nice young catcher. We've got Craig Kusick. Not really the best DH. A little bit of power, a little bit of eye, but not too much going on with him. Royce Smalley is not bad, actually. He's got all right shortstop defense. He's a pretty decent on base guy with a little bit of power potential to grow into. We've got Bob Randall at the bottom of the lineup. He's our second baseman. He's a fine fielder who doesn't strike out much. That's really all there is. Now, the rotation's not too weak either. Dave Goltz is a pretty solid mid-rotation, upper-rotation type guy. Lots of stamina, pretty good overall ratings. Jeff Zahn is our number 2 pitcher. I would rather have him lower in this lineup. He's not necessarily a super talented, or rotation rather. He's not a super talented pitcher, but he's still got good things going. I like him. Pete Redfern, he's not very good. Not much to say about him. Paul Thormsegard, not very good either. He's like a slightly worse Jeff Zahn. We've got Ron Schuler. Again, not really thrilled with this pitching. We're going to look to get some upgrades. Tom Johnson, he's okay as our closer. I'd, again, prefer to get an upgrade. We're definitely going to be looking at lots of pitching upgrades if possible. Dave Johnson, another okay reliever. Tom Bergmeyer, I really like this guy in Perfect Team. I don't really like this guy in the Twins save. He's not a very good pitcher, so he could be traded. He could be, I don't even know. Jeff Hawley looks pretty decent, though. Pretty good stuff and control. Don Carruthers does not look good. So, again, we're probably going to have to look at making some pitching upgrades. We've only got a couple of guys here that I really think are decent, and a lot of guys I'd consider whole caliber stuff. So the first thing we're going to do, though, is look at defensive upgrades because our pitching will be better if we have good defense. So we're going to look at a catcher and a second base, shortstop, if possible, a center fielder as well. Yeah, Carruthers is terrible. Oh, that's cool. He certainly hits quite well, Larry Heil. He is, or Hizzle, however it's pronounced. He's got a lot of power, a lot of contact. He gets on base. He's a pretty decent fielder in left. He's fast. So I believe it's under MLB or player search. Here we go. Yeah, main. So we are going to be looking at fielding ratings. And we're going to first find the best catcher we can. All right, so one guy obviously sticks out here, Jim Sundberg. Oh, man, and he hits pretty well, too. Really good contact and eye. The avoid Ks is not bad. He's got an outstanding fielding at catcher. This dude has 75 ability, which is among the best in the league, and an 80 arm, which is really going to slow down base runners of this period who do try to steal more frequently. So, anyways, I think this is a good player to trade for. Let's try to get Jim Sundberg here. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I want to do really quickly. We're going to go to our front office. We're going to go to our development budget. And we are going to set it to 0 since we're on a single season replay with the development budget disabled. If I can figure out how to get there, that is. Alright, it's here somewhere. Front office. That's not it. Maybe it's under view. That might be it. I've got no idea where it is. It's hidden. deep in the world of finances here. Okay. I'm pretty sure I found it at one point. I just have no idea where it is at this point. Okay, so expenses. It's got to be here somewhere. You know what? This is taking too long. If somebody finds it, let me know. If not, I'm just going to go on and make trades, and we will be a little bit less financially set than we would otherwise, but we can live with it. So Jim Sundberg from the Texas Rangers is who we're going to look at here. Oh man, they've got a couple of interesting pitchers too. And Bert Campaneris, is he good? And Bert Campaneris is okay. All right, well, Sundberg. Oh, he's already in the trade. Okay, so let's see what will make this work. Only our ace pitcher, Dave Goltz. Okay, well, that kind of changes things. As much as I like Sundberg, I don't really want to give up Goltz. Let's see if throwing in our catcher, Weiniger, will make this any easier. Okay, so they just need time to think about it. That's encouraging. I can't remember if Johnson was one of the really terrible relievers that we've got. No, he's good. That's right. But Krusich is our DH, and he's terrible. Yeah, let's throw Krusich in. All right, so there's one problem solved. Okay, front office slash development. Where is the development under? I don't see the development page here. I'm sure I'm just missing something. I just cannot find it for the life of me. All right, anyways, back to the Sundberg trade. So we got our catcher and our terrible DH in here. Oh, yeah, that's probably it. It should be. I just can't find it there. All right, so the Rangers also have a couple really good pitchers. Guys like Len Baker, man, that guy's really good. Bert Blyleven, Gaylord Perry. So if we could get any of these guys, that would be great. Oh man, they've also got a center fielder, Juan Benitez. So if we could grab him, that would be awesome too. He'd be a big upgrade defensively over our current center fielder, Bostic. But they also want a ton for him, so I'm not really liking that option. We'll probably look at somebody else. Maybe we'll try to get him in a little bit, but I want to see about this Len Baker guy first. He looks cheap. And we can't get him. Maybe we can get him if we throw in Golds. Okay, it was worth a try. How about Gaylord Perry? Oh shoot, he's got a no trade clause, so we actually can't even pick him up here. Oh, the DH? Yeah, he's terrible. He's just got no contact. He's got a little power and eye. That's it. And now Yuka's judging me and my decisions to trade bad first baseman slash DHs. Um, Adrian Devine or Divine, however that's pronounced, looks pretty good. Could we maybe get Blyleven by chance? Okay, when I did my practice run, I was able to get Gaylord Perry and their center fielder, but that's not happening this time. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I don't like Redfern. Do I? Yeah, Redfern's bad. So if we could throw him in and get Beni, Beniquez, however it's pronounced, that would be awesome. And it looks like that's what we can do. So we're gonna do this. I don't think Ford is good, right? Yeah, Ford's pretty bad. He can't field his position at all. You're concerned? I mean, they weren't that questionable. I picked up some pretty good hitters. Divine, okay. Oh, really? That's pretty cool, Slinky TWF. Oh, I don't care if I wouldn't want Blyleven. I do want Blyleven on the Twins because he's a really good pitcher. I don't care about how he performed historically. I don't care what teams he was on. I could probably get a better reliever, but I really like this center fielder. He's not very good. He's got below average stuff and control, only average movement. I could do better. There are a lot of random relievers you can pick up easily. Yeah, I'm sure that we could do better. Anyways, Shitco 6, yes. I mean, I wouldn't want anyone good on the Twins, that's for sure. The modern day Twins are actually struggling quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see what they do at the trade deadline. I kind of want to see if we've got any pitchers here that we could add to our bullpen for cheap. Roger Murray is basically the same pitcher as Pete Redford. Doyle Alexander is a name that's familiar to me. He looks like he could potentially start, but I'm not liking it too much. He's very borderline at best. I mean, their ratings are the exact same. I don't really see what the difference is, but I mean, I obviously don't have any real experience in the field. Man, that's a shame that Daryl Knowles does not have any stuff. I don't see anybody else here I'm interested in. It's possible we've got some prospects that are Major League ready. Wait, why are we on show contract info? Why do they have so few prospects? What the heck? What? Oh, I must not have imported the minor leagues. Okay, that's fine. That's no big deal. Bump Wills. Ooh, man, this guy looks pretty good. I'd like to have him as our second baseman if we can get him. I'm sure we can't. All right, well, let's complete this trade and move on to our next one. Yeah, it's a very big deal. That's how I work, Yuka. I do make very big deals. We picked up a really good catcher and a really good center fielder, so I'm happy with it. Okay, back to the player search, and we're going to get our shortstop next. This guy's got 10 more range than everybody else. This Bill Almond guy on the Padres. He's not a bad hitter either. And he's got a really good arm. I like it. We're going to try to get him. Man, they want our ace. My practice run went a lot better than this. Okay, let's see here about maybe getting this Gene Richards guy and then upgrading. How's Bob Shirley? He could be an interesting pitcher. He's not that bad as really good shortstops go defensively. Like he's not too much worse than say Andrelton Simmons. He's got offense that I am more than willing to accept for his caliber of defense. Okay, let's see about Raleigh Fingers. I was able to get him in my practice run. Okay, we can get him for a couple of guys that don't seem to be too important, like Rob Wilfrong. He doesn't seem too important. He can only play second base. He's a backup guy. We don't really need him. So let's get this Bill Almond guy now, and then throw in relievers if we can. I don't want to trade any pitchers unless we're getting pitchers back. This shortstop is really not. He's pretty good, but at the same time, we're getting our shortstop, and it's a 1-year sim, so we don't really need him. So I think I can make this. I think I can live with that. How's George Hendrick? He's not a good fielder. Okay, let's get Raleigh Fingers. Perfect, we can give them a reliever and get Raleigh Fingers. That's my kind of deal. Ooh, we can give them a 20-year-old poor reliever and get Raleigh Fingers. Gary Serum. Yeah, he needs to develop, and it's a 1-year replay, so he's not developing. Who else do they have here? Dave Tomlin. He looks pretty good. Lots of movement, pretty strong control, decent stuff. I'd pick him up if we can get him cheaper. That's not cheaper. Okay, how about Randy Jones? Ooh, he doesn't look too good. Not enough stuff for the lower movement and control. That pitcher doesn't look too good either. Bob Shirley. He looks okay. Oh, no, yeah, I removed Raleigh because I wanted to get to Alman first and then upgrade to Raleigh. Oh, yeah, Zozu OTP Go is a little bit it's a very data heavy program for mobile devices, so you're probably going to encounter some problems now and then. I've definitely had my fair share of issues with OOTP Go and Perfect Team before. I don't see anyone I'm liking here. Yeah, Jones was San Diego's ace. I'm just not liking his ratings too much. I agree that he was good in real life. I loved his Perfect Team card last year, but yeah, I agree with you, Yuka. I'm going to try to get well-balanced pitchers wherever I possibly can. I just don't see any pitchers here I'm really liking. Aside, of course, from Raleigh, who's going to be a huge upgrade in our bullpen. I'm definitely looking forwards to having him as our ace reliever, or at least towards the back of our bullpen. And there we go. We traded for an all-star, Raleigh Fingers. Okay, anyways, I think pitching is probably our next concern. Yeah, let's take a look at some pitchers. I know that in my practice run, I was able to get Tom Seaver, so I'm going to try to be aggressive here. Oh, and you know what? While we're in the process, there's another special player that I want to add to our team. Flint Lockwood. So you may have seen the GIF I posted before the stream. I got my eye on you because we're getting Flint Lockwood from the New York Mets. He's a great reliever. Definitely one of the higher movement control guys. He's got pretty solid stuff, too. He's got a slider, which I like a lot. So let's see if we can't get him. Okay, well, let's see if we can't get somebody cheaper and then upgrade to Flint Lockwood. Alright, I'm willing to trade Thorm Sigard here if we're going to try to grab Seaver. I don't want to trade any of these guys, but I have a feeling, you know what, Tom Johnson, oops, that's the wrong guy. Tom Johnson is a reliever. Flint Lockwood is just directly better than him. Paul Thormsegard is just the middleman. Let's see if we can make it work without him, though, because I do like him. Okay, it doesn't look like we will be able to. So we're going to see about Tom Seaver and Jerry Kuzman. Two pretty darn good pitchers on this Mets team. So first we're going to see about Tom Seaver. You know what? He's better than Goltz. He's just better. It's a direct upgrade. I like direct upgrades. We're going to make it happen. We're going to see if we can't add some more players to this trade. Pitchers in particular. That's what these Mets were known for. I like that reliever. I like Nino Espinosa. His stuff's a little low, but overall he's not bad. I think there was another pitcher here. John Matlock. He looks pretty good. Let's see about John Matlock. We can't afford John Matlock, maybe? I'm not sure why we can't trade for him, but whatever it is. All right, let's see about some of these relievers instead. Apodaca seems like he could be a nice addition. I don't know about at this price, but I guess Raleigh Fingers is on a pretty big contract. So maybe we have to trade him. I mean, Apodaca's not too much worse than Raleigh. So if we could get him and maybe like Myrick, this makes sense. Or Espinoza. I don't know. I don't know. How's John Matlock again? He's really good, but I don't think we could afford him. Okay, we can afford him with Cubbage. Cubbage is just a third baseman. Matlock's a really good pitcher. I like that. I think that's a good pickup. Maybe we could get Myrick? We can't afford him. Okay. Lenny Randall so he can punch the manager. Well, I mean, hey, we're trading our third baseman away. He just doesn't have... he's a good hitter. If we can afford his contract, I'll do it. We can't afford his contract. All right, we're just going to make this one work as it stands. It's a good trade for me. I like the pitching we're adding. Crane Pool. I don't see Crane Pool. Oh, here he is. Ed Crane Pool. Yeah, he's okay. His eye's a little low. Okay, anyways, down to the old player search. Or, not the player search, yeah. Actually, let's take another look at our players first. I want to reassess where we stand currently. I think we might need some more hitters. Hey, I like Seaver. I'm getting it because he's a good pitcher. I don't care if he was a bet for life. I don't care if he is a ridiculously good I actually do care if he's a ridiculously good pitcher. That's why I got him. We're picking up 2 aces from the Mets. Our rotation looks much better, in my opinion, except now we've got Dave Johnson as our 5th starter, which is not going to fly. So we're going to need to pick up another starting pitcher. Okay, we've got... I think our lineup looks okay. All right. Jerry Terrell. Oops. Jerry Terrell. He's not a good third baseman. So let's get a third baseman. And then possibly... I already looked at the free agent list, Yuka. They're all terrible. So we're going to look for a third baseman here. And when we pick up our third baseman, we're going to get a 5th pitcher. All right. Eric Solderholm with the White Sox. He's got a pretty good defensive profile. He can hit well. He's expensive-ish, but he's an option. Let's actually sort by contact. I want to see who hits well. All right, so we got George Brett. That's a no-brainer, but we can't get him. Roy Howell. He looks like he can hit really well. He's with the Rangers. He does not field well, though, so I'm not liking that option. Man, these guys do not field well. All right, Buddy Bell, he fields well. He's with the Cleveland Indians. He hits pretty darn well, too. Let's see about him. Okay, well, it looks like this is going to be a tough one. They've got Dennis Eckersley here as well, but unfortunately we won't be able to trade for him. Is Andre Thornton good? He's not bad. I don't know. Let's go back to the drawing board. I want a third baseman I can actually trade for. Mike Schmidt. Oh, yeah, that's realistic. All right, on to page 2. Oh, yeah, this dude's not a third baseman. That Ron Jackson guy is a first baseman for sure. Oh, Hebner. Wait, where's Rich Hebner? Or is he a free agent? Doug DeSigns is a perfect team card who is pretty good, but he does not look good here, so I'm not liking it. Oh, hey, it's Pete Rose, our good friend Pete Rose. Does he play the outfield well? Or he could DH for us if we traded for him, I guess. Yeah, he would have to DH if we got him. He's also expensive. The Pirates. Okay, let's take a look at the Pirates then. I'll trust Yuka on this. Do they have a third baseman by chance, Yuka? They've got Dave Parker, who's really good. He's an outstanding right fielder. Rich Gosage. I like Gosage. They've got Phil Garner. Yeah, this is a good third baseman. Let's see about Garner. We'd have to trade Matlack to get him. I think we just can't afford any contracts. They got Bill Robinson here. He's not very good. I like this Stennett guy, Rennie Stennett. Frank Tavares. He's a pretty good shortstop defensively. We could trade our guy if we're getting Tavares. Again, it depends on the return, but there's some interesting players here. Oh, they've got Jerry Royce. Okay. All right, let's throw in Matlack and see if we can't get Royce. Yeah, I don't think we can afford these players. How much does he make? 260,000. This is the problem with cash not being tradable in OOTP Go. It really limits our options here in terms of affordability. I like Terry Foster. He's pretty good. Where's Hebner, though? I don't see him here. They got another third baseman, Fernando Gonzalez. Terry Foster's making 65K. We can probably afford to trade for him. Okay, I was wrong. I don't really like the option of trading any of these dudes. I guess maybe Apodaca we can afford to trade. I don't like it. I don't really like it. Oh, Hebner's on the Phillies? Okay, well, I'll take a look at the Phillies then. I just want a third baseman. Mike Schmidt's not going to be attainable, and he's probably too expensive for us as well. They've got Gene Garber. Gene Garber's good. Gary Maddox, he's a really good center fielder, but there's no chance we could be able to trade for him. Bob Boone, he's a pretty good catcher. And here's Hebner. Yeah, he looks good. I like this Hebner. Let's see if we can't get him. Yeah, not for Tom Seaver, we're not. He's making 210,000. That's probably more than we can afford. Man, the Phillies have got Tim McCarver too. It's a pretty interesting catching duo, Bob Boone and Tim McCarver. They've got Wayne Twitchell and Davey Johnson. All right, Matlock is on the Giants. Let's take a look at the Giants. Oh yeah, but he's not a good fielder at third. He'd be a DH if we picked him up like Rose. He's also not too. I think we need to take a look at our payroll. If I can figure out how to get to our payroll. And if any of you guys could figure out how to change the development budget, that would be awesome. Because I would really love to lower our development budget. Okay, goals and players is probably here. Okay, so we've got John Carew, or Rod Carew rather, making a massive salary. He may have to go. We can't afford to pay that much. Heil has got to go for sure. He's making a ton of money. Okay, well, let's shop Heil around, see what we get offered. We just can't afford him. If we get a really good offer, I'm definitely going to have to move him. Bunbury, he's alright. How did you guys tell me to pronounce this again? Gotta go back and check. DeCince? Okay, DeCince. He's alright. Hobson, a third baseman, garbage. Reggie Cleveland's not high enough stuff for me with where his other ratings are. Man, Dwight Evans had a great career. It's a shame that he doesn't look too good for this season. Don't like that contract or that player. Man, this catcher hits so well. It's a shame he can't play any other positions. Jim Essien. Lamar Johnson, he's all right. Richie Ziska's all right. You know who I was able to trade for in my practice run was Reggie Jackson, I think. So maybe we try to go that route. Wayne Garland, he looks pretty good. Cleveland seems dedicated here. Two interesting offers. Bibby seems like a pretty good pitcher as well. Kansas City offering a pretty good closer. Only a little bit. It's just the pain of having to not have cash and not being able to trade your development budget. You've got Cecile Cooper, Don Mooney, or Money. Yeah, Money. Interesting name. He's a left fielder. He looks pretty good. I think this is certainly an option from, what was this, the Brewers? Yeah, the Brewers. Some more interesting pitchers from the Yankees. Don Gullett. I don't actually like Gullett that much. His overall ratings aren't where I'd like to see him. Doc Ellis doesn't have quite enough stuff. He doesn't separate himself from the other pitchers, in my opinion. We got Rick Langford. This is a quality pitcher right here from the Oakland A's. I think Don Money might be the money play as well, but I really like this Rick Langford guy. He's making the minimum too, so he's going to be a nice help for our budget. Leroy Stanton's not looking too good. Roy Howell, he doesn't seem too good either. We do still need a third baseman. This is going to open up a hole in the outfield, so we're going to need to cover that as well. I'm taking a look at all the options before I make a decision, but I am leaning towards Langford. I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, Forsh from the Astros. Yeah, he's alright. Interesting. Now, I don't like Cliff Johnson. I don't think his ratings actually justify a 3.5 star rating. Is this Dusty Baker? It's Dusty Baker, guys. He's not too bad, except his defense is terrible, so I'm not thrilled about the idea of getting him. We can get Mike Cubbage back. Don't like that idea either, but he is available. We could get Randall. You can get Gosage back. I'm just not seeing any options that really beat that guy, that one pitcher for me, so I think we're going to get him from the Oakland A's. Langford. Ugh. Ooh, that Mitchell Page. Man, he gets on base. Mitchell Page. Could we get him? He would be awesome. I'll give you John Matlock if I can get him. Shoot. That was worth a shot. Who's Swan? Is he on the A's? I don't see him here, so he's probably not. Dick Allen's a familiar name. He doesn't look good. He's 35, so he's probably good at one point. Wayne Gross, not a good third baseman at all. He's like that DH's batting profile with bad third base defense. I'm not seeing any players I'm really loving on this A's team, aside from, of course, Langford. I like Vita Blue, but I'm sure we can't pick him up. He's a very good pitcher. Yeah, for Matlack. That's probably what it was. He was really good at one point, and he sucks now. Doc Madich. He seems alright. Not a bad starting pitcher. Paul Mitchell. Eh. Is Billy North like a utility outfielder? No, he's actually a center fielder. I want a utility man. I think we've got some utility men, so it's not a huge priority. All right, well, I want to take just one more look at the Los Angeles Dodgers before we make this trade. It's Reggie Smith, not Reggie Jackson, that I was able to trade for before. I think he's got a pretty big salary, though. Yeah, $420,000 is expensive, but if we can pick him up, he is a difference maker. All right, let's see some of these contracts here. Flint Lockwood has the next highest salary behind Seaver and Carew. What if we got someone to replace Carew? But he won the MVP. He had a great year. I don't really want to trade him. Hey, look, it's Boog Powell, well past his prime. Tom Seaver, not trading him, that's for sure. I think it's gotta be Flint Lockwood, but I like him so much. Maybe John Matlock and we pick up somebody to replace him. Tommy John's making too much money. Burt Hooton might be affordable. Let's see about Burt Hooton. Okay, let's start this one off with Jerry Terrell. Terrell, something like that. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's just do Jerry Terrell, something like that here. So now maybe we'll be able to make it. Oh, they don't like him. He's a terrible contract. I agree. He's a terrible contract. Okay, well, if we throw in Matlock, I do want to pick up another starting pitcher, though. I want 5 starting pitchers, I want some decent relievers, and I want a full lineup of hitters. Those are my big priorities. Doug Rao looks decent. Rick Roden looks decent as well. He's making the minimum. Let's see about Rick Roden. It would cost us Bostic, who's a really good hitter. Who's our right fielder? If we're trading Heil and we're picking up Reggie Smith, then he'll be our right fielder. So hypothetically, we'd be taking on a left fielder at that point. Glenn Adams, he would be our left fielder in that case. Oh man, I don't know. I'm getting myself kind of tangled up here. How good is Don Sutton? I think, nope, we haven't looked at him. He's making a lot of money, so we can't afford him. Howe's making a lot of money. He's not even that good. Elias Sosa, he looks pretty good. He's making 65K. We can possibly afford him. 12 pitchers and 13 hitters sounds fine to me, Yuka. Okay, well, I'm not sure. I think this trade is not ideal as it stands. I would not like to trade John Matlock. He is a really good pitcher. There's got to be some other way we can make this work. Maybe we'll take on Tom Bergmeyer. Don Carruthers. For Bostic. Might as well at that point, honestly. We're dumping so much salary, though. Our money's actually improving, so we'll have 33,000. Oh boy, $33,000 available at that point. There's got to be some other way we can make it work without Bostic. How about this Rick Chili's guy? Okay, we could make it work for Flint Lockwood. We're dumping a whole lot of salary in this trade now. I still don't want to trade Flint Lockwood. I still don't want to trade any of our top guys. It's got to be Bostic or Benizquez, honestly. And I really like Benizquez's defense. I agree. I don't think it's the best trade. We've got that trade with the A's. We'll just do that. I really like Reggie Smith, but I'm going to have to move on. All right, we got Rick Langford here. He's a really good pitcher. He can slot in towards the top of our rotation. Maybe we can add a reliever or two to the trade. I like Dave Gusti. How much is he making? 180. Never mind. I don't like him. Come on, there's got to be somebody on this A's pitching staff that's making the minimum. Here we go. Doug Blair. He's got some stuff. He's not bad. All right, you know what? We're just going to try to get Doug Blair. We can get Doug Blair. I'm sure I can't get this Toliaba. Oh, we can. Okay, so we're getting 2 nice relievers in the trade now. And we can get Dot Medich as like a reliever slash rotation depth. I don't like him at that price. Mike Torres, maybe another. Oh no, he's making way too much money for me to do that with him. Same guy. Okay, I think we could call this trade as it stands. It seems pretty good. Here's a utility outfielder making the minimum. Okay, let's get him. Larry Murray. Doesn't cost us anything more. I think that's probably a good idea, Yuka. I don't love it, but I'll do it. Let me just take another look at the roster here. All right, so Terrell is not going to cut it at third base. We need to find an upgrade there. I can live with Randall at second base. I think the rest of our lineup as it stands is fine. I'd like a DH upgrade as well, but I think I could live with it. Our rotation is really strong. Seaver, Langford. Actually, Yuka, how viable is a four-man rotation at this point in history? So we actually do have a full rotation now, fortunately. Our bullpen looks pretty darn good. We got some decent arms there. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that the guys didn't have enough stamina recovery to be ready in time. I don't want to run a four-man rotation if it's not going to work. So right now we only have 10 pitchers. I want 12. I think we'll just shop around some of our guys as Yuka suggested and figure it out from there. So let's see who's a batter I don't like. Let's shop around our two worst hitters. So that would be Larry Wolf, who only plays third base and plays it really damn poor, and Sam Perlozo, who is he's not good. He's really terrible second baseman. So we're gonna shop him around, and oh, looks like you actually can't add players to the trade, so I think we're just going to do it one at a time. Manji looks fine for a small upgrade. I also don't mind Mike Davey. He is a decent option. We've got... It's too bad this isn't a multi-year deal because Dane Yorg is a really good potential player. Maybe we add him and then add him to a future trade? I'm sure somebody's interested in him. He's a really good hitter. We've also got Wayne Nordhagen here. He honestly might be better than the current DH we're running. But I'm still not in love with him. I don't know. Do you like the pitcher or the batters better, Yuka? I'm not liking any of these options too much for a one-year sim. I do like the idea of adding somebody to potentially use as trade bait. I do like Jorg's potential. Yeah, Monji is probably the best choice here. I don't think he's too good, but he's okay depth. He's also potential trade bait. I don't know. Mike Davies seems like a better pitcher for a one-year sim. Okay, we'll go with Monji. I'll take Yuka's advice. Do they have a good third baseman here by chance? Dave Chalk. Yeah, okay, Dave Chalk seems good enough. He's an upgrade. He can get on base. And he's also unobtainable, so we're not going to go with that. Jerry Remy. Not a good second baseman. Not an upgrade over what we have right now, at least. I think we need an outfielder, too, so maybe we could get, like, Don Baylor. Yeah, I don't have a farm system. That is true. We're going to have to try to work around the lack of depth to our team / organization. We can get Dick Drago for one of our guys, but I'm not liking the options here. Yeah, I don't think we're doing this. Paul Hartzell. He's 23. He's making the minimum. I think it's worth a check. He's a quality young pitcher. Yeah, get back here. Okay, I'm not trading one of our top 3 starters for him, though. I don't know. I think the trade as it stands is going to be fine. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Yuka. But Remy's really, he shines as a broadcaster. We all agree on that. Whereas Dennis Eckersley with I think it was the Indians he's with right now, he's more of a player. He's a decent broadcaster. You see, with the Diamondbacks, Rob Brenly does, I mean, in my opinion, he doesn't do either well. So at least you've got a good broadcaster. Winfield is certainly unattainable, Roman today. I tried to get him in my previous run, but it did not go well, so we're going to check our transactions page one more time here. I think we're going to shop some more players around. There was that third baseman I didn't like. Or we could just try to trade a whole bunch of junk for one third baseman. Okay, I've got a better idea. We're going to shop around for exclusively third baseman. And whoever the best third baseman that comes up is probably going to be our third baseman heading into the year. Who's this Randy Bass guy? Why is he on our roster? I think Chili's is currently our DH. Randall is definitely something right now. Okay, here's Larry Wolf. He's a terrible third baseman. We're going to shop him around, see if we can't get a better third baseman. Ken McCullen, not looking good. Yeah, backup catcher, 2 utility. Okay, I think that looks fine. I'm not going to try to go too far in. Oh, Brett's absolutely unaffordable, Roman a day. I tried to get him as well, and it just could not work at all. There's a Stanley guy. If he's a shortstop, he's surely decent at third. He might be a decent utility infielder. He has training at multiple positions and not bad ratings. Doug Flynn, I'm not hating either as a utility infielder. Yeah, none of these guys are good. That doesn't surprise me. Ken Maka is better than the dude we've got right now. I think we'll actually go for him. Let's see, who else do we have here? That's right, they've got Reggie Stennett. Let's see about Reggie Stennett. Alright, we're not getting him. Maybe we can add a reliever or two, though. Jim Rooker is more of a starting pitcher and not too good of one either, so we're gonna ignore it. Ron say Cubs likely too much as well. I thought I was saying Rennie. I apologize. My mouth sometimes just like goes off in the wrong way. I say things that my brain does not want me to say. Or I hear myself say things and then decide that it sounds nicer in the way it's supposed to. Okay, so they got one good reliever here in Kent to Colv. He's also completely unacquirable. I think we'll just do a 1-for-1. Words can be really quite hard. So let's take a look again at our current roster. I want to shop somebody decent around. Like Terrell, because Terrell is apparently good enough to be our starting third baseman, so surely somebody's interested in this guy. To Colby. I'm lucky I have you guys here to correct me on my pronunciations, or we'd have some real problems. Again, Nordhagen being offered. He's not bad. I don't like that Wagner dude. The A's giving us more pitching offers. Paul Mitchell's making the minimum. He doesn't look too bad to me. He's certainly decent depth at the least. Mike Willis isn't the worst. Yuka, do you like Mike Willis, that Dude from the A's whose name I've already forgotten. Oh my goodness. Paul Mitchell and Nordhagen. Yeah, which of those three do you like the best? I'm liking Nordhagen. Oh shoot, did it do the thing again? Come on, Discord. Play nice. No, it didn't do the thing. What the heck? It's just cutting off some of the page. Okay, that's not as bad as it was before. Okay, we'll just settle with this. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm having a lot of issues with the program I'm using, so I'm gonna have to reevaluate this. I like Nordhagen as well. I think he's a pretty good hitter. So there's Nordhagen, and I think Mitchell's probably the other real option. He's good pitching depth, in my opinion. He's got the ratings to be an okay reliever and step into the rotation if we have injuries. But Nordhagen's a pretty good hitter. He'd certainly be better than our current DH. I at least think he'd be better than our current DH. We can also check out the White Sox team. Maybe they've got some options. Hey, look, it's Chet Lemon, a center fielder who's much too good for us to acquire. Oscar Gamble. Man, this White Sox team is going to be really tough to beat. Hey, look, they've got a good third baseman, Eric Solderholm. Let's actually try to get him. Why not? We can afford him, and we can't afford him. Francisco Barrios, who's making the minimum. No wonder the Twins finished 500. This White Sox team is ridiculous. How's Lamar Johnson? He's probably better than their current DH. Man, they want the farm for these players. I think Richie Zisk got offered to us once. He's making 100K, but at this point, honestly, anything for an offense upgrade. And we still can't get him. Really? The Royals and Rangers are that good? Then we're in real trouble. Bart Johnson, he's not a bad reliever. He's got decent stuff. Yeah, they want too much for him. Chris Knapp, I don't like him. Ken Brett. Ken Brett's a good pitcher, isn't he? Right? He's not making too much money, so we're going to throw him in. If I can click the right button. Okay. Alright. I think we're going to have to just, once again, make the trade as it stands. I think we acquire a few pitchers and then call it. Okay, Gomez plays multiple positions. Don't want to trade him. Murray plays multiple positions. Don't want to trade him. Gorinsky only plays left field, and he's really bad at it. So we're going to shop him around for pitchers and get the best ones that are offered to us. Okay, this isn't much a variety. Joe Henderson is disgustingly bad. Tommy Toms is disgustingly bad. Wow, this is just a terrible set of players. Okay, Jeff Tepco is at least okay depth. So we're going to go Tepco, something along those lines. We're going to go with him. See if we can add anything else to the trade, like relievers or a third baseman, and call our trading, I think. Okay, so they will actually give us their third baseman for the small price of our souls. But you know what? It's a third baseman. We need one of those. He's not good depth, but he's depth. And that's the bar right now. I'm not looking for good. I'm looking for depth. Dave Cash. Man, this is not encouraging. Yeah, Larry Parrish, I know. He's not the best, but he can hit better than our current guys. He's cheap. He's got a good future ahead of him, even if we're not going to see it on this save. All right, there's got to be some pitcher on here we can trade for affordably who's not going to blow up every time he goes to the mound. Bill Atkinson, he's making the minimum, and his movement is his only weakness, so it looks like we could get him cheap. I like cheap. Let's do it. Okay, let's get him and somebody else, because I'm not just trading for him if we have to give up something better. Let's get McGeaney. Do they want somebody who's not a really good pitcher? Of course they don't. Okay, well, I think we're just going to have to get Parrish. Parrish is good. Yeah, but there's no better options. The guy we're running right now is even worse defensively. I tried to get Bobby Bell from the Indians, but I couldn't do it. So this is what we end up with. We end up with really terrible options. And at this point, I don't think we can upgrade our roster anymore. So we're just going to have to do this. Hey, you know what? I got a good fielder at center. I got a good fielder at short. I got a good fielder at catcher. I'm happy with my defense for the most part. I can live with a bad defensive third baseman if I have to under the circumstances. And this team has good pitching, which makes me happy. It has good starting pitching, which makes me happy, and a couple good relievers. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Yeah, it's a good rotation up until Ron Schuler, but he's only pitching every now and then. Flint Lockwood's a good closer. We've got Apodaca, who I like a lot. Blair, you could ignore the bottom of the bullpen, but it could be worse. Let's get rid of some of the guys on our depth that we don't really need. I'm assuming we've got 3 catchers on our roster, which I do not need to carry, so we're going to get rid of a catcher. No, we only got 2, okay. I don't need a first base backup. Randy Bass, you have no value to me. I think we're actually going to make one more trade. Let's shop away Randy Bass for a reliever. But we got to sim a day really quickly because I ran out of shops for today. Okay, but you've also had like literally hundreds of years to build your bingo team, or not hundreds, but dozens of years to build your bingo team, Yuka. I have 1 year to build a competitor here. It's a much more difficult situation than building my team from scratch, where I get to decide which players I'm drafting and who I'm developing and who's the prospect I'm trading for. Yeah, Parrish does get much better later. It's like if we were to trade for, I already forgot his name, that right fielder from the Red Sox. He's good, but he would get much better later. That's a good idea. If it's someone sneaky that we could get, that would be helpful. I just don't think we're going to affordably be able to upgrade over Larry Parrish at this point. He's okay. He's a mediocre fielder with good hitting, which is probably the best we can manage. I would definitely appreciate an upgrade, though, if we can manage one. And this is taking way too long to simulate 1 day. It's going 1% at a time, and it's starting to bother me. Hey, look, it's a Marv Throberry quote. Google Marv Throberry if you don't know who he is. He is accredited as the worst baseball player of all time. Art Howe. Art Howe on the Astros. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Art Howe, is that the same Art Howe that managed the Moneyball era A's? Houston Astros, if I can find them. Oh, they've got Ken Forsch too, who was offered to us in trade, so maybe we can affordably trade for him. We've got Jose Cruz, who's a really darn good right fielder. Actually, I want to see about Jose Cruz first here. All right, that's a pass. The Astros have got a lot of interesting players. Enos Cabell, interesting, not better. Where is Art Howe? I don't see him here. Oh, here he is. He's a second baseman. Or he's at least listed as a second baseman. Yeah, he can play third. I don't like his defense. But he's making the minimum. He's about as good a hitter. The arm is really weak, though. I don't like that defense. I'd honestly prefer Larry Parrish to him. But let's see about this Ken Forsch. That's a no. It was worth to go. Kerry Langsford in Oakland. Man, I'm really on fire for finding these players. Kerry Langsford. I don't see him. Lansford. I still don't see him though. Their third baseman appears to be Wayne Gross, who's garbage. Craig Reynolds on the Mariners. Seattle Mariners. Craig Reynolds. He's a shortstop, which is good, but he can't play third base. We'd have to train him up, which is not going to work. Alright, anyways, back to shopping around our terrible first baseman, Randy Bass, who has no place on this team. See if we can get a pitcher. Jim Gantner on the Brewers. I'll take another look. Carney. Ooh, interesting. Miller. Dyer Miller. He could be pitching depth. Fred Holdsworth seems alright too. I like Holdsworth. Marty Patton's not the worst. Frank LaCourte's not 2.5 stars overall. Mike Garman, he's not bad. Butch Metzger's not bad either. And we've also got Brent Strom, who's not 2.5 stars overall. He's more like a half star overall. I don't know where you get your delusions, OOTP rating engine. Ooh, Al Hrabosky. Really solid stuff from him. I'm interested. Okay, so we're going to get Hrabosky here. The stuff should help offset his lower movement. Maybe we can add a good hitter or something while we're here. Keith Hernandez looks really good, but I'm sure we can't trade for him. I'm going to try anyways, but yeah, as expected, they want a really good pitcher. Tony Scott's about as good as our current center fielder. John Denny has been offered to us before. He's honestly not bad depth. If we can get him affordably, I'd trade for him. Hey, they actually want some pretty bad relievers. Oh, never mind. Jeff Hawley's okay. He's not as bad as Denny. That's relatively affordable, though. Ken Reitz, the third baseman here, he's not good. We'll just put it that way. John Sutton. I'm not thrilled about him either. John Araya could be okay. He's making the minimum. He would be all right in the bullpen. Eric Rasmussen, he's all right. No times 1,000. All right. Well, that's not an option. Doug Capilla, no. I'm not liking these other guys. We'll just get Habrowski. He's not bad. He's an upgrade over Blass. Are there any other obvious players that need to be traded? I don't think so. I think we're going to have the AI just assemble our team at this point. Hopefully it will give us the right number. Actually, we've already got Herboski on the roster, so I'll just go to the pitching. set him as a middle reliever. We can go one pitcher lower. I can live with that. Bullpen. Al Hrabosky, middle relief. Do you have stamina? We've got a little bit. So we'll give him... Oh, that's Jeff Hawley. You can still be a specialist. Wait, how much stamina does Doug Blair have? He's got 25. Okay, whatever. Alright, I think we're ready to start simulating. I don't want to spend the whole time making trades when I don't really know what I'm doing for the trades. So we'll just go. Juan Benizquez out for 3 weeks. So there goes our center fielder, day one. That's not what you want to see at all. Now we've probably got Bystock starting in center field, which is not ideal. We're 3-2 to start the year. That's pretty good. Hey, look, we're 6-4. And Jeff Hawley's now out a week. It's an oblique strain, and it's a week. I can live without doing anything without that. All right, look at that. We were on top of the division briefly. We're 15-5, off to a really smoking start here. Holy cow, we got a triple play against the Rangers. Not what you'd expect to see. Benizquez is back. He is back and ready to rock. And hopefully he will. We are in second place to the White Sox, as I expected, because they look really good. But we have a 700 winning percentage. We climb back on top of the division. Something I do appreciate is OOTP Go does seem to simulate really quickly. Probably due to a lack of history in minor league teams in this case. It doesn't. Normally when you start up a season, it's at the end of spring training. And we're doing really well. This is making me look quite good as a historical manager. Certainly better than I deserve to look. Benizquez suffers another injury. Is he fragile or something? But it's day to day, so we can deal with that. We're going to keep going. We are still a game up on the White Sox at this point. We're looking real good. I think let's take a quick look at the trade block. Just a quick look. It's somewhere over here. That's not it. Maybe it's back this way. No, okay. Let's see. Maybe it's under the league transactions page. Trade block, here we go. That's it. Alright, so we do have Dave Tomlin on the trade block. Pretty good reliever for the Padres. Tony Perez, hitter for the Expos, making way too much cash for us to afford. Bill North, not a good center fielder for the A's. Gary Matthews from the Braves would probably be a DH upgrade. Okay, still want a lot for him. Let's take a look at that reliever from the Padres, though. Dave Tomlin. These look like some pretty good players. I don't want to move any of them, so we're not going to trade at this point. We're just going to stand pat and wait until the deadline, at least. Yeah, it's not your first year. You don't get to do spring training until later. So, yeah. All right, so our owner is happy with us, which does not really matter, but, you know, if it makes him happy, it makes him happy. All right, we're 3 games up on the White Sox right now. 4.5. We are adding to our lead. We are well up in the wild card race for sure. Better than every other team in the AL except the Yankees, who are perennially just unstoppable. Because, you know, duh, Yankees. Yankees and Dodgers, obviously, by default, have to be the best teams in baseball. Tom Seaver is out for the season. He goes out 7 months with a really bad injury, and that's going to sting. We need to trade for a starting pitcher now, so I'm going to have to check the trade block again. Jim Bibby. He's out 8 to 9 months. That's not going to work. Bill Bonham, great PT card. He actually looks pretty good here. He's got solid movement with the Cubs. I'd honestly prefer a higher stamina guy. We want somebody who can step in for Seaver. Eugh. Hold it. We can sort by stuff. John Hiller is a starting pitcher at this point with the Detroit Tigers. He's only 2.5 stars, but he's got some really good stuff. Oh, shoot. We're past the deadline. We can't even replace Seaver. So we're just going to have to deal it with our in-house options who are just not good. Flint Lockwood out a week. That's disappointing. We're going to have to just deal with it. The Yankees are pretty unstoppable pretty much everywhere. Oh, no wild card. Okay, well, we're 10 games up on the White Sox now. We're fine. 11 games up. We're pretty much going to win the division. It's looking good. 12 games up on the White Sox. Still maintaining about a 600 winning percentage. It'll be interesting to see how we do against the Yankees in the playoffs. I think we've pretty much clinched the division at this point. We've clinched. So here we go. We will be making the playoffs. We'll see how the championship series against the Yankees goes. They just became one of the very few teams in history to win 110 games. So this is going to be a tough one. We will not have Tom Seaver, our ace, with us for this series. So we're probably going to have to go with some guys who are just not the ideal starting pitchers. Like Dave Johnson is apparently a starting pitcher for us now. I don't like that. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to sim a day at a time until we get to an elimination game. Wait, how do I see how we did? Oh, man, look at John Carew hitting 380. MLB playoff coverage. Here we go. Okay, so we haven't actually played that game yet, so we're going to simulate. Oh, sweet, we won 10-9. Oh, no, we lost 10-9, so our pitching sucked. Okay, we won our second game 6-0, where our pitching is excellent. We're heading, I think, to home? Yeah, playing at home in Minnesota. Oh man, we beat the Yankees 5-0. Some more excellent pitching, so we lead the series 2-1 right now. We lose 4-2, so it's back to a tie at 2. We're in the Bronx again for Game 5. Wait, is this the last game of the series? Is it a 5-game series? It looks like it's a 5-game series. So we're going to play this one manually. All right. Whew. Let's just take a look at our starting pitcher and lineup. So we've got Rick Langford going today. He is probably one of our better pitchers with our ace Tom Seaver out. Matlock, he had a 4.04 ERA. Langford had a 3.22. We'll go with Langford. Okay, starting lineup. We're running Sundberg, Carew, Randall, Parrish, Alman, Bostic, Benizquez, Adams. Yeah, Adams is good. And Shiles, who I don't like, but you know what? We gotta kind of live with it at this point. I don't think we've got a better option. Please tell me we have a better option somewhere. I don't like him. No, I don't see anybody better. Great. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna deal with it. He's a terrible hitter, but it could be worse. All right, let's preview the game. So the Yankees today will be Ron Goodry. It's not good. Ron Goodry is their ace. He's a great pitcher. They've got a really good team, highlighted by a good third baseman in Greg Nettles. That's not their third baseman. Here's Greg Nettles. All right, well, let's do it. Let's see how we do. And it's going to take a minute here to load the game in. And here we go. So we're just going to swing away real quick at this pitch. We're just going to swing away at everything. I don't want to do too much in terms of management for this game. Oh, man, that would be horrific if we lose this game. Oh, man, an error. So we've actually got our leadoff man, Benizquez, on base. Adams will be next, 3-1 count. Up the middle, this is a double play ball, and they will only get the out at first, so we do have a runner on second with 1 out now. John Carew up 2-1 count to him, and he will get a base hit as he did a very high rate this year. We will score our first run in the first inning off Yankee ace Ron Goodry. Lyman Bostic is up now. Ground ball to second base. Can he beat it out? He will not, but now we've got Carew on second for Parrish. Full count. We'll see if he was worth it. He did not have a good year offensively and strikes out to end the inning. And it looks like we suffered an injury to Benitez. An unknown injury to Benitez. That is not encouraging. I believe Bostic can play center field. Let's check our utility outfielders here. Murray's probably the best guy available. He's a switch hitter. Yeah, we're going to have to go with Murray. I don't like it. That hurts our defense. That hurts our offense. Oh, shoot. Got to actually set him to center field, though. There we go. All right, Langford. I think this is Roy White leading it off for the Yankees. Yep, Roy White, 2-1 count. He tries to bunt and misses. 2-2 count now. Ground ball to shortstop, and that's where having a really good shortstop really pays off. Allman is the best there is. Greg Nettles is up now. Grounder to our shortstop, and he throws him out. And Lou Piniella, a great hitter in this league, and can't quite get there. Almond, that will slip through. Parrish and Almond for a single. 2-2 count here to Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, but he strikes out swinging. Bye-bye, Mr. October. Jim Sundberg will lead the inning off against Ron Goodry. 0-1 count. Rip to the third baseman, and that'll be an out. Chili's, who does not hit well, Rich Chills or Chili's or something like that, will sky it to the center fielder for another easy out. And Allman will be the last man standing. 1-2 count. Ground ball to the shortstop. How ironic as he is thrown out. Munson will lead it off for the Yankees. He's a dangerous-looking hitter, the New York catcher. And he grounds one to Allman. Allman with some outstanding range throws him out at first base. Chambliss, I believe, is a shortstop. 2-1 count. That one is ripped up the middle for a single. There's just no breaks with this Yankees lineup. Everybody's a good hitter. All right, we've got Randolph now. He is very high contact guy. 2-1 count. That one is hit to the second baseman. I believe that was Munson or Chambliss was running, so we could not get the double play, but we do get one out. Dent is actually not a dangerous hitter. He grounds one to the third baseman and is thrown out. Whew. Okay, well, we managed to maintain our 1-0 lead. Bob Randall looking to add to it. 1-1 count. That one is driven to the third baseman. That will be an out. All right, we've got Murray up now. 1-2 count. Ground ball to the shortstop. That's an out. I don't believe we've had a single strikeout this game. Or maybe, yeah, that's right. Reggie Jackson struck out. And Glenn Adams. I think we've had one of our guys strike out as well. But that's going to end the inning. We will head back to the Yankees offense and hope that Langford can keep him off balance. Blair is batting. He doesn't look too dangerous either. 2-1 count. And what do I know? Blair just singles to right field just to prove me wrong, apparently, because he's actually not good. Roy White is up. He is a dangerous hitter. He, I think, bunted it, and the Yankees will pull off a successful sacrifice bunt. That'll move Blair to second with one out. Greg Nettles is up. And he skies one to left field. It is deep and it's going back, but it will be caught. It does not have enough distance, and Bostic manages to grab it. Piniella up now, 3-1 count. He grounds it to first base, and it looks like we are going to get out of the inning. Langford manages to get out of another jam without allowing a run. We'll see if Goodry can continue to do that as well. Carew leading off. That is skied, and it looks like the shortstop will not even have to move. Chambliss has got it, no problem. Bostic is up now. First ball rocketed to center field, but unfortunately right at Blair out there. Parrish now, 1-2 count to him, and he strikes out swinging to end the inning. All right, Langford. Reggie Jackson, he struck out his last time, 3-1 count, and he draws a walk this time. Whew, Langford not looking too good. He's got 50 pitches, Thurman Munson is up. 1-2 count. Skied to center field. It's deep, but it looks like it'll be caught. And the runner will not advance. Reggie Jackson will stay at first. Chamberlain is up. 2-1 count, drilled to the second baseman, and it is a double play turn. Langford gets out of yet another inning without allowing a run. Ron Goodry will face Jim Sundberg here. And our catcher rips a single into left field. He will lead it off in style. We got Chills up now, our DH who cannot hit. He skies one to center. This is going to be an easy play out there. And Blair has got it. Allman is up. 1-2 count. He rockets it to Blair, but again, his range is just too superior to get that one down. And Randall's the last man standing. 2-1 count. Shot to the first baseman, and that will end our inning there. It's a pitcher's duel. Langford looking to keep it that way. Randolph leads it off. Grounder to the second baseman, and that will end his at bat. Dent up. This is the weak part of the Yankees lineup. He draws a walk. We've got Blair now. 3-0 count. It's not looking good. Langford does not walk him, though. That's a fly ball to right field, and he will get him. Thank goodness. Langford at 71 pitches. He's probably got only one inning left. Roy White, first ball in play. Grounder to the second baseman. Langford once again allows a base runner, but not a run. And Goodry. We've got Murray up here. He's our new leadoff guy. He's not too good, but he drills one down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Murray, who was the injury replacement for our starting center fielder, manages a double to lead off the inning. And he's got good speed on the base paths. A single could drive him in here. Adams, 0-2, and Goodry strikes him out. He is not wasting any time. 2-0. And Carew is the guy you want up here, but he will fly out to left field without any damage being done. Bostic, everything lies on him now. 1-2, and he flies out to the center. Once again, we will fail to score a run. Langford looking to keep it scoreless. Nettles will lead it off. 2-0 count. He's got an inning or two left in him. Ground ball to second base, and he's got the out. Our defense really helping him out here. Piniella, 0-1 count. Fly ball to left field and caught by Bostic. Reggie Jackson, he's walked and struck out. And he's now got a double as well. Mr. October is starting to live up to his name. He's going to put some more danger on us with 1 out, or 2 outs rather. Thurman Munson up, 0-1 count. Fly ball to center field, and Langford once again walks the tightrope and gets off it. We will keep the Yankees scoreless through 6 innings. Langford having an outstanding start here. Parrish will lead it off. Full count, and he draws a walk. Goodry's starting to get a little tired up there, I think. Sundberg up. He strikes out this time. Chills, who cannot hit. 1-2 count. Ground ball to the shortstop. This is likely a double play, and Goodry gets out of the inning. All right, let's see here. We've got Langford. He's at 80 pitches, so I think we're going to leave him in for now. 1-1 count to Chambliss to lead it off. Fly ball to center field. This should be playable. Oh, no, it is out of here. Chambliss has tied it up with a solo home run. Randolph, first ball in play here. Ground ball to the second baseman. That's going to be an easy out. And here is Dent, 0-2 count. Langford can't strike him out, and that will be a single into center. Langford has struggled to get strikeouts so far. He's only got 1 on the game. That strikeout of Jackson way back, and I think it was the first inning, despite his strong stuff. Paul Blair up now, 2-0 count. If he can't get him, we're visiting the mound. Ground ball to third base, and it is a perfect double play ball. They will turn it, and Langford will start the next inning as well. Allman will start the inning against Goodry, 2-0 count. That's a single into right field. The shortstop has done it. He reaches base. We've got Randall now. Runner on first. First ball in play. It's a grounder to the shortstop, and Randall grounds into a double play to kill the rally. Murray is not going to get it done here. Full count. He strikes out. All right. We're visiting the mound. Langford's got plenty left in the tank, so we're going to trust him for now. Roy White, if he allows a base runner, I'm getting somebody up in the bullpen. Ground out from right, though. That's good. Nettles, 0-2 count. Come on, strike him out. Langford strikes Nettles out. We got Piniella now. First ball will be in play. It's rocketed to right field, but right at whoever our right fielder is. And that'll end the inning. Adams will start this one off against Goodry. 2-1 count. Fly ball deep center field, but it's not going to get far enough. That's going to be an out. Man, we could really use a clutch homer here. Carew, full count. He draws a walk. Carew gets on base for Bostic. Full count to Bostic. Fly ball, deep left field. Is it going to be far enough? It is not. And that's going to be out number 2. Parrish is the last man standing here. He grounds it down the third baseline. They will throw Carew out at second. And Goodry continues to be extremely effective. Reggie Jackson going to start this one off against Langford. 1-2. Ground ball to second base. That's going to be another out. Randall's been really busy out there at second. Thurman Munson now. First ball will be in play. Grounder third base, and thank goodness. Man, what a game has Langford pitched so far. Such a pitcher's duel. Let's visit the mound and see how he's doing. He's going to finish this inning. I want to make sure. Yeah, he's good for another inning, I think. Chambliss, 1-2 count. Ground ball, that's up the middle for a single. We're still going to leave Langford in. I've got confidence in him. Randolph, full count. Ground ball at the middle. Diving catch, and he can't throw him out. Oh, with a perfect skill set to make the play. Allman just can't. Dent is up now. First ball in play. That's a single into right field. It might have been a mistake to leave Langford in. The Yankees try to come home with the game-winning run, but will be thrown out. Holy cow. What a throw by our right fielder, who I still cannot remember the name of. Ron Goodry still going strong at 126 whopping pitches. Sundberg will lead the inning off. 2-0 count. And he grounds out to the third baseman. He does not have the speed to leg that one out. We've got Chills up. He still does not hit lefties well. 2-1 count. Ground ball, Goodry's got. Oh, he fumbles it. Goodry with an error. Holy cow. What a crazy game. That's going to give us a runner in Chills. He is not good, but here is Allman with a chance to make things happen. A single up the middle. We've got 2 runners on with 1 out here. Randall is not the man you want at the plate at this moment. First ball will be in play. It's a grounder to second base, and Randall, as he always seems to do, grounds into a double play. The ball will be in the ball and the game are in Langford's hand. I'm going to get a reliever up. He's had a good game, but we really got to just make sure we're ready. All right, who's available? Flint Lockwood is available, and there's no question that we are not leaving this game up to chance. He is absolutely going to warm up in the bullpen right now. All right, Paul Blair, 1-1 count. Paul Blair flies out to right field. It's Adams in right field. Okay, he had the game-saving throw there. Roy White, 1-2 count. And Langford gets a ground out from him as well. He just keeps rolling. All right, we're going to visit the mound and see how he's doing. He's got more than enough to keep going, so we can trust him for another while. Nettles, a 2-0 count, and a ground out to Randall. We get out of the inning. Langford is still rolling through 10. This game is going on for a while, as all of my games that I simulate on OOTP Go seem to. All right, let's see. Can we make things happen? 3-0 to Larry Murray. And Larry Murray, the legend who came into substitute, draws a leadoff walk against Goodry. We've got Adams now. He had the game-saving throw, 2-2 count, but he is going to have the game-screwing double play, as we always seem to have. Carew up now with no runners on, 3-1 count. He grounds out to the second baseman. And yeah, this is quite the pitching duel, Dogberry. We've got the starters at the 11th inning still going strong. I'm going to get a... I'm not sure who I want to get up at this point, honestly. You know what? We're just going to actually we're going to have our trust all the way in Langford. He's had a great game. Just that one home run, 1-1, single into center from Lou Piniella. You know what? Lou Piniella's a good hitter. We'll call it a fluke. Reggie Jackson's up. We are going to... We're going to do double play depth here, I think. Try to get to 2-2 count. Fly ball to center field, but our substitution, Murray, is under it. We're going to try to get a double play once again with Thurman Munson, a slow catcher, running 0-1. And he shoots it right to our third baseman. Can't quite get the double play, but what a play by Parrish, who is not a good fielder by any stretch. Chambliss is up now. 2-2 count. Man, Langford's one run allowed through 11 innings. All right. Let's see if we can't get anything going off Goodry, who's thrown 150 pitches. 150 pitches. Bostic leading the inning off. First ball will be in play. That's up the middle, and Bostic has got a leadoff single. Oh, Bostic. And we've got our first reliever of the game. I think this is Sparky Lyle, right? It is, where is he? I don't see his name here. I think it's Sparky Lyle, though. He led the league in saves this year. That's not a good sign. A 1.62 ERA. He's got a lot of movement and control. It's going to be tough to hit off him. All right. Thurman Munson's got a 55 grade arm. Does Lyle have good hold runners? He does. Okay, I don't want to steal right now. Parrish, a 2-0 count. Maybe we could try a hit and run, though. We'll see about that. I'm willing to do anything at this point. Parrish with a fly ball deep to right field, but not deep enough. That will be caught, and it will not advance the runner. Jim Sundberg, he's got really good contact. You know what? We're going to do a hit and run. Hopefully this works. Jim Sundberg grounds out to the second baseman, but we do advance the runner. Bostic is standing on second base, and it's up to Chills of all batters to get this one going. 2-0 count. Ball will be in play. It's a single! Chills with a single! An RBI single by Chills to give us the 12th inning lead! Playoff hero who sucks all year. Chills, what a legend. All right, we're getting Flint Lockwood up. Chills, what a play. Let's see if Allman can add to it. 2-0 count here. Off the closer who leads the league in saves. Chills, a garbage player with a platoon disadvantage, comes in and gets the RBI, the game-leading RBI knock. Let's see how Langford's doing. Can he keep pitching? He's had it. We're bringing in Lockwood. Oh, no, that is not what we want to do. Yeah, Flint Lockwood is the new pitcher. Flint Lockwood. Flint Lockwood. Flint Lockwood. Okay, Willie Randolph. 2-2. It's popped up and Sundberg botches it. Sundberg with a potentially game-botching error. Full count to Randolph now from Flint Lockwood. And he allows a walk. Dent now. Bunted. He will be thrown out. But that brings the tying run to second base and Randolph. We've got May here. He's a very poor hitter. 2-1 count. This ball is in play. It's going to advance the runner. Randall's slow, but he still gets the out. We are an out away from a World Series opportunity. Roy White stands between Flint Lockwood and our Minnesota Twins in the World Series. 0-2 count. Lockwood strikes him out. We're going to the World Series. What a game. That was an absolutely crazy game. What a pitcher's duel by Goodry and Langford. Man, that was an outstanding game. Yeah, that was awesome. All right, well, on to the World Series. I just want to simulate one day. Okay, let's get to the World Series here. We will be playing the Los Angeles. Of course, it is. It's my mortal enemies, the Los Angeles Dodgers. And they take the series opener. What do you know? Shocker. The good news is we don't actually have to use our number 5 starting pitcher. Okay, we take the second game of the World Series. Now we are in LA, though. Unfriendly territory. Shoot. The Dodgers beat us 2-1. We win 5-4. It's tied at 2. The World Series is tied at 2. We beat LA 3-1. Yeah, beat LA. Beat LA. Beat LA. It is game 6 of the World Series, and we've got the chance to pull this one off. I don't know if our center field is playing. I haven't had a message about him being hurt, so I'm assuming he is. All right, and we're playing in Minnesota. The Dodgers beat us, and they're taking us to game 7 of the World Series. We beat the Los Angeles Dodgers with the 1977 Minnesota Twins to win the World Series 4-3. What a game. Langford once again going the distance. Lockwood comes in for the save, and we pull it off. Yeah, this is a historic feat. See what I did there? All right. I'm proud of the team. I think we did a great job. I think I made some sketchy decisions, but ultimately I did well enough to build a team that pulled off a World Series victory. In part, mostly thanks to our starting pitching, which was amazing for most of the year. Seaver was awesome until he got hurt. Flint Lockwood was actually kind of questionable as a closer. It looks like he got unlucky, but Apodaca had an outstanding year as our setup guy. We had some really good production from the top of the lineup, too. Jim Sundberg hit 300. He put up 4.8 WAR. Wow. Jim Sundberg. Man, what an acquisition. Oh, Chills actually hit well. He hit 290. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but at the same time, I think you and I just disagree on some things. Like, I think Allman was an outstanding acquisition. I'm 100% certain that this guy is a big part of the reason that our pitching was so good this year. I think we could have used a better second baseman. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was looking at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson as our potential second baseman. But yeah, I think overall this team overperformed slightly, and we got a World Series championship. I think we did build a pretty good team. I think this was a really fun stream. All right, anyways, you guys, thank you for sticking with me. For those of you on the East Coast, not well past, but past midnight, if you want to vote for the type of game that we will be doing long-term, exclamation point poll in the chat. This will determine the type of game that we are playing going forwards. Again, I recommend fictional, but I will do whatever you guys think is the best option. I will once again post this in the main Discord so you can keep voting. Right now, we have 13 votes for fictional, 10 votes for historical, and 5 votes for live. So fictional slightly in the league right now. We'll see if that trend continues. Do not forget to submit your teams to Yuka and my stream that we are doing on Thursday, not Saturday, where we will tell you how we would run your teams. And you can see how, like we did today, we would do it slightly differently. I definitely have slightly different styles than Yuka, and sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts, but we can both give you our perspectives and hopefully help you guys build some better teams. Anyways, I will be back next Monday. We are doing perfect teams, so I'll catch you up on my team up to the point of Monday, how I built it, how my resources, etc., and what I plan to do going forwards. We'll rip some packs. I've got a lot of packs to rip for Monday. We will do some stuff. We'll build some stuff for the team. You guys can give me your input on what you would do if you were me with my perfect team, because I am a franchise mode player. I do think I'm pretty good at PT, but I could use some input. I definitely could use some input on, like tournaments and stuff. So we'll definitely take a look at those and do a perfect draft probably. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming out to the stream.